Hi everybody, it's Kika Ray, your lifestyle blogger, and I wanted just to do a quick talk about the kind of paint that I used for my RV. Not sure if I went into much details in my video because a lot was happening, a lot going on, and I wanted to hurry and get it done. But I do want to talk about that because for those of you that are interested in painting your RV, yes, you can do it yourself and not have to pay tons and tens of thousands of dollars to get it painted. You can actually do it yourself. So what I did is in my research, I looked for paints. And the biggest thing was to get something that does not crumble or bubble, that would work with actual fiberglass. And what I found was boat paint. And it's called Rust-Oleum Marine Coating Topside Paint. So topside paint is basically paint that's water resistant, UV ray resistant, that can actually be in the water, but it's not in the water consistently. So like if it rains or if your RV's kept outside, it'll still be safe. So I did two colors because I was painting my RV black and white. The bottom part was black and the top part is white. So I did two colors. So I want to show you what that looks like. And it's this paint here. So it's the Rust-Oleum Topside paint, and it's black, and I did the glossy. And it comes in only this size can, so you may have to get a few. Honestly, with the black, I had probably about 3 cans of this. And then the white, I did about 4 cans of this. Now the paint is kind of thick. It goes on like ink. So using a brush or a roller is ideal. You do not want to use a paint sprayer. It's not the same kind of paint. And a lot of people told me that, why don't you hurry up and do it quicker and use a paint sprayer? It'll be a lot better. It's not a lot better. Not for a project like this. You have to put it on with a brush or a roller. Now, the thing that might irritate you at first is once you put it on, you're going to see the brush and roller lines. And that's okay. Don't worry about that because once it dries very nicely. And you may have to go back and do a few touch-ups. What I'm thinking about doing, actually, I love the way it looks right now. I don't want to change it. But my son feels like it needs to be a little glossier. So what I'm thinking about doing later is just getting some gloss spray and spraying over it, or some gloss, and it's thick like honey, and putting that over it. But I'll do that another project, another time. Right now, I think it looks fabulous. Just the fact that we got it done amazes me. So you want to get the Rust-Oleum paint, topside paint for boats. So it's boat paint. And if you don't believe me, do your research yourself. Here's the white, and I'm keeping these little bit of paints because I am changing out the emblem on my RV. So I think I showed you some pictures, but if I didn't, this is the emblem that we actually took off, and it left an indentation in my hood. So I am filling that in with wood filler, and then I'm going to sand it, and then I'm going to use the rest of this white to paint over it so it's a nice smooth surface on my hood before I apply my new emblem. And what I did is I went on eBay, and for $15 I purchased my own emblem that says Rhoda, because I wanted my emblem on the front hood of my RV to be named after my RV. So I got that, so I'll show you that. And what I did, it came in a shiny color. I actually spray painted this because I wanted the letters to match my wheels. And I used Rust-Oleum wheel paint, and I did the spray paint to get my wheels a nice chrome-like color. So I spray painted this as well because I wanted them to match. So I will be putting that on as soon as the wood filler dries. And then on the side of my RV, I had a ding. And so I'm going to use the rest of this black to fill it in after I get that all sanded down so it's a nice smooth surface so I don't have any dings on the RV. But other than that, that is exactly what I used. For the inside here and doing the front cab area, I use spray paint. And that's just simple. Just go to the automotive section of either Menards or Home Depot and get the vinyl spray paint, whatever color you want. I preferred black, so I did that. And then I also did the entryway of the door. So I think I'm just about done. The only thing that I really, really want to do last but not least, and that'll be probably another time after I take a few trips, or maybe even next season, I'm not sure. but I do want to work on my window treatments. I want to take these down, and I want to get wood blinds on each side, and then I want to put wood floors in here. And not really wood, I say laminate. It looks like wood, but I think that would just give it a nicer and richer look. So that is something that I am looking to do in the near future. But right now, the reason why I was kind of in a hurry to get this all painted is because I have a fun RV trip coming up at the state fair. And so wanted to get the RV ready because I will be camping out there for 3 days. So I went shopping and got all my stuff. So I got my wine that fits in my fridge here, my waters, I got my pop back there on the floor. And then I'm starting to fill the cabinet up here with just a few things. Although at the state fair, that's the time where you go out there and you eat. So I'll be eating at the state fair, probably not really bothering much with this, but the coffee or the pops and the waters. So, but it's just kind of nice to have. So wanted to do that. And just kind of wanted to get a little of this tedious stuff all finished and complete and done. And then I can do my big touch-ups, you know, later. But for the most part, everything's done. It looks very, very nice. And that's about it. So if you have any questions about the paint that I use and anything like that, feel free to leave your questions in the comment box below this video. And I would be happy to answer your questions or inbox me. Thanks for watching. All right, I had my son remove the decal from the front. Oops. So what I'm going to do is fill it with wood filler. Then we'll sand and paint and put the new emblem on the front tomorrow. Alright everybody, so I am going to do this entire interior in here black, taking away this green because it does not go with anything. So I'm going to change all of this out, so keep watching. Okay, so this is the front cab area. So the seats are actually this color, and I have not been able to get the black paint, spray paint, to get this done, but I am going to do that eventually, so that would be fine. So I just went ahead and just put my black seat covers back on, and I have these nice blankets because when I'm taking long road trips, my co-pilot and me will be able to have these blankets to kind of cover up with if we need to stop and take a rest. But for the most part, as you can see, the carpeting. This was all green and it is now black, and that vinyl spray paint that I got from Menards works wonderfully. So there's still a few little patches that I'm seeing that I can clean up, but that's okay. And then this thing right here was all like off gray, and now it's black, and I did the whole dash black and the doors as well. Few little touch-ups I need to do here and there, but for the most part it's all done, and it just gives it a cleaner look, I think. So that's kind of what I was going for, a little bit of cleaner look. And then I'm just going to take you over here again and just show you the step area. So as you can see, this is all black. So I did this as well. And then I added some grippers to the steps so it'll be easy to get in and out. All right, so let's look at the outside of the vehicle so I can show you what I did as far as with the wood filler. Hi everybody, it's Kika Ray, your lifestyle blogger, and I've been doing a series of a little touch-ups to my RV. So the first thing that I did, and I started this yesterday, is I painted the front cab area. So I spray painted that area. It was like a deep gray and the seats were green. I didn't have enough paint to spray paint the seats, so I went ahead and just put my black seat covers back over that. So I will get spray paint later and finish up the seats, but I did manage to finish up the carpeting. So I did that a black, and then I did the dashboard and the doors black.